Hi, Jordan.
Hey.
How are you today?
I'm well.
Good, good. Thanks for coming back.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be our last session, as you
Mhm.
know. And just to recap a little bit, in the session that we had last week, you stated that it was unsettling to you that your brother doesn't consider your feelings when he's using drugs and what have you. So are you still experiencing that unsettling feeling, or the
Yeah.
fear?
I am. Definitely.
Okay.
I've gotten maybe a little bit more, well, it's kind of out of my hands, I realize that, but it's still hard for me to detach myself from it completely and just be like, well, you're going to do what you're going to do. But, so yeah, I'm pretty much in the same boat, other than maybe slightly less caught up in the whole, well, I feel like I have to do something more.
Okay. Can you think of a time when you felt the way that you feel now before? Has there ever been any other time when you've had that unsettling feeling, a feeling of fear or anger about a certain situation?
I mean, I have, but it's been completely different from the situation that I'm in now, because these feelings stem from the fact that it's completely out of my hands, and that as much as I want to sit here and say there has to be something more that I can do, and I mean, I still believe that. There definitely has to be, but at the same time, it's like, I guess it's because I have no control. And so in past situations, I've always had at least some kind of input or some kind of control over it, where in this one, I really don't.
Okay, so you've never had the feeling of helplessness and being unsettled, or
definitely not to this.
Before?
Definitely not to this extent.
Okay, but in the situation before, even though it was a different situation, what did you do in that situation? To get over those feelings, what did you do then?
You know, I really don't know. It was a matter of just, I guess, convincing myself, which that's what the hard part is, because it wasn't with someone that is so close to me. Like, this is my brother. It had to do with like a friend that was having some issues and stuff like that. But and I mean, yeah, a friend, yeah, definitely someone that I cared about. But it was a different, you know what I mean, friend and family kind of thing going on there.
I totally understand, right? But the point that I want to make is that if you were able to get through it then, you're able to get through it now.
Definitely.
So if you can do it then, you can do it now.
Yeah, okay. I think so. Definitely.
Okay. Now, listening to all that you've said in our sessions and what have you, tells me that you care a great deal about your brother, and I can kind of pick up on that you all were closer before all this happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think that, you've used the term, like, when you confront him, when you talk to him, you tell him that it makes you angry and, things like that, that it makes you angry. So, have you thought about maybe substituting the word angry for, like, maybe concerned or something? And think the word angry might kind of push him back a little further from you, to the thought of that you're angry with him.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, usually I actually tell him more that I am more concerned instead of, like, the anger thing. I've explained it to him as, the reason that I have all these other emotions is because I'm concerned about his well-being.
Right.
Is what it comes down to.
Okay. So, at this point, what is it that you want? What do you want it to accomplish?
I just want to feel like I actually am doing all that I can, and I know that there will always be that worry there. Even, if he ends up getting clean and sober, I realize that I will always have that, like I say, that worry that, oh, well, maybe he's going to relapse, maybe he's going to do this, but I just, the bulk of those feelings, like, I want to rein him in, get him under control of, okay, well, you know what? You can't do everything. Like, this isn't in your hands. Like, it's up to him.
Right. Okay. So, what steps do you think you could take to accomplish those goals?
I think probably just I would say talking to him again and explaining it pretty much just how I explained it to you, you know, like, you're causing me this and this and this, and I don't want to cut you off from my feelings or this or that, and I don't want to necessarily detach myself from you, but until he gets better, I don't think I really want to be too involved, because I feel like being as involved, or at least trying to be as involved as I am, is what's causing all these problems to occur, really.
Okay.
So I guess just kind of, distancing myself
Okay.
in a way.
Okay, so you think that if you distance yourself, then you can get these feelings under control, and
I think so. I would hope so. Yeah. So pretty much just distancing myself, I guess. It's just, I'm not sure what else I could do other than that. Like, I feel like that would be the most proactive thing I could actually do.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Now, so we've worked hard to get to this point, and it's good that you can feel that you're at a point where you can distance yourself from the situation and get control of those feelings. So now, why do you think that maybe the past efforts and things that you've done in the past has not worked, has not changed anything?
Because I've still been very closely involved with it, and I've still, let everything that he's doing just get to me, because, I'm staying so involved, like, I know exactly what he's doing, because, people are telling me, and, like, every time he lies to me, when someone comes up and is like, no, that's not what's going on, this is what's going on, it's, like, constantly in my face kind of thing, and so I think that's probably why nothing has changed so far.
Okay.
And that's why also I think that distancing myself from it, and also, telling the people that tell me all these things that he's doing, just to be like, I don't want to know.
Just distance yourself from
them
like,
too. I know. Well, not necessarily from the friends, but just tell them, like, I don't want to know. Like, because knowing isn't doing me any good. It's not helping me any.
Right, yeah. Okay, well, the fact that you've been willing to face your fears and whatever takes a lot of courage. And so what would success feel like to you?
Alleviating these horrible feelings of, like, worry and concern of my brother, pretty much. I mean, like I said, I know that they'll always be there to an extent, for sure, but just the overwhelming, like, thoughts of, oh, I'm waiting on that phone call, oh, this and that, because, I mean, I feel like they're completely unproductive, because nothing's changing, nothing, it's not making him change at all, and it's not doing much for me other than just driving myself crazy.
Right, just taking up a lot of your time and energy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So it sounds like you've used up a lot of your time and energy on this, and I'm glad to hear you saying that you reached this point where you want to distance yourself from that to eliminate these feelings of anxiety and anger and fear that you've been having. Okay, sounds good, Jordan. You got a plan of action, and that's great. Right. So at this point, I'd just like to ask you, what has it been like working with me?
I think it's been really good. I mean, I feel like I've gotten to a point where I can actually distance myself from it, so I take it as a good thing. I take it as it's done something for me. So I'm looking at it as a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you look happy and you look more relaxed. So I'm glad to see that.
All right.
Okay. Well, great, and I hope everything works out. I'm
Thank
sure
you.
it will.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Well, thanks, you.